my name is Lucy Rowe and I am 9 years old. I'm in the intermediate category of Robogals 2017. A few months ago I came across a video of a simple hydraulic hand and I thought it looked really interesting. I wanted to learn more about how the hydraulic hand works and how I could make it even better by making a whole arm. I thought this was a really great idea for my Robogals Major Challenge. First I started off by making a simple prototype. The first thing I had to learn about was hydraulics. Hydraulics works by moving a fluid from one place to another. It is really important that the fluid doesn't squish, or as scientists say, compress. If we try to use air which does compress, we can squish it a lot here and it only comes through a little here. And if we use water which doesn't compress, we can squish it a lot here and it comes out the same here. I'll show you how the fingers work on my prototype. When I push this plunger in, because the water doesn't compress, it goes through the tube and pushes this plunger, which goes through the guides, which pushes the finger up. When I pull this plunger back, this plunger comes back through the guides and the fishing line pulls the finger back down. For my major challenge, I wanted to do something more than that. I looked at my wrist and thought about how I could make it do this movement. I played around with some ideas and came up with this. When you push on a syringe, the string here pulls the wrist down. The elastic band here helps bring the wrist back up. Next I looked at the forearm. I looked at how my elbow spins around and made a replica of it. I also cut seats in the cardboard sheets for the styrofoam balls to sit in and used elastic bands to hold them in place. This lets them be able to spin around and move freely, but not fall out. Then I put all my ideas from my prototype into a bigger and better model that had a twisting forearm, a bending wrist, 4 bending fingers and a thumb. As you can see, I used different coloured water to show where the different tubes went. I wanted to make a better and easier way to control my hydraulic arm. I decided to use levers. Levers are great because they let you use mechanical advantage to make controlling easier. Let me explain. From the end where you apply force to the pivot point is about 2 times the length from the load to the pivot point. This means I only need half the force to push it. Easy! I have learned about hydraulics, biomechanics, which is how your body moves and works, mechanical advantage in levers, how awesome hot glue guns are, and how very important prototyping is. Because I get to work with my mentor, who's also my awesome dad. I get to do things with science that I otherwise might not get the opportunity to do. And I also, of course, get to have heaps of fun and learn a lot. I think other guys should participate in Robogals Science Challenge so they can have all those experiences too. Before I did Robogals this year, I didn't know how important it was to take the time to build a prototype. This was my original prototype. Yes, I know it's very messy and scrappy, but prototyping taught me that everything doesn't have to be perfect the first time you do it, and that making mistakes is good because you learn more from making mistakes. Thanks for watching!